think I'm going to do the basil now. I'm going to just take this basil plant, well, a bunch of plants, basil pot that I bought from a hardware store, their garden center area. And I'm going to separate all these plants out and I'm going to put them in the tomato bed. Here I am again. All right, we're working on basil today. For some reason, the basil plants that I sprouted from seed are just kind of really small and sad, and I think they're just in a bad spot. I'm just going to separate all these plants out and then plant them along here, intermingled with the tomatoes. We'll see if we can get these companion planted out. Just going to I'm going to dump these out actually, and I can separate them easier. Ooh. You see, these are a bunch of different separate plants. So I'm just gonna take each individual plant and separate them out and then plant them around. There's one. Let's lay them out here. Another one. So last year with my basil, I actually did some cloning experimenting with them. You can, they're one of those herbs where you can just kind of nip off the top, leaving like maybe 1 or 2 plant nodes, and then a long stem, and then you can just stick it in some water and it'll sprout its own roots, and then you can replant that. So that's just cloning of the plant. However, I had a lot of success with the cloning itself, but the plants didn't really grow as big as like the original plant. Grass. And they didn't live as long. So I don't know. I would probably do it again. I'll probably make a few clones just so I can plant out a bunch more. But maybe they'll work better in the ground, but I just didn't find that they lived for as long. So it's one of those things. Maybe it was the plant I was using or cloning from, maybe it was the conditions I was working from, but I don't think that that's like super viable to do with basil, to just constantly be cloning, because the plants just kind of get depleted after a while and stunted as compared to the mother plant. Let go. Okay, nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 basil plants are in here. Maybe I'll put it right in the middle here. Looks like it belongs. Oh, meow. What's wrong, Leo? He can't hear me. He can't hear himself, that's why he owls. Let us continue. I think I'm gonna miss the milk thistle here. Yeah. Sticky weed, whatever it is. I'm gonna put it here because I don't want it to get shaded out. And I don't think anything is growing right here. couple more, and then I'm gonna put one up over in the top tier over there to the left of that triangle lattice, because I can't fit them all over here. I might even put two. There's more than I thought there was going to be. It's a wonderful problem to have. I'm going to put one there. It's already laying there amongst these tomatoes here, and then I think I'm going to put my last one over here for these tomatoes. This is where my other basil is. See, 1, 2, and I know they're not super happy over here. They're not growing very fast, but I'm not sure if that's just the plant or the area. So I'm gonna put this one over here. It's happy, healthy, and then I can maybe kind of see and compare the two different plants and see if it is in fact the area that it's in or the plant. So put one right there. Tomatoes back here. The original basils there and there. They're, like I said, not happy. They don't look like sick or anything. They're just not growing. So maybe they're just not getting enough sun. I don't know. And I put one here. So I think I've spread them around the yard a bit enough so we can see where the ideal basil growing spot is. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys, today, and until next time.